இதெல்லாம் பூ பாக்கு பேசிக்கடா. ஏ எல்லாம் வருது. நமஸ்காரம். அவங்க நான் வெயிட் பண்ணிடுறேன். அவ்வளவுதான். நான் போன் பண்ணிட்டேன். హలో గణేష్ హ్యాపీ వెడ్డింగ్.
ಏನಮ್ಮ ಹೇಳು.
ಅಲ್ವಾ
ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ನೀನು. ನಿನ್ನ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ
ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟೀಸ್
ನೀನ್ ಓದಕ್ ಬರ್ತೀಯ ಏನಕ್ ಬರ್ತೀಯ ನಿನ್ನ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗೆ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಒಬಿಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಿನ್ನ ಮುಖದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಗಿಲ್ಟ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇದೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಲೆಕ್ಚರರ್ಸ್ ಏನು ನೋಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಿನಗೆ? ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಿನಗೆ? ಹೋಗು 0. Tasmia,
I request the participants to mute themselves. It's disturbing. Kindly mute. The organizers, please mute the participants.
It's our immense pleasure to invite Professor Dr. K. Ravichandran, Professor Emeritus, Convener of the Conference, Department of English, Technical Economics.
The father of computer is Charles Babbage. The computer consists of keyboard, monitor, etc. The CPU is central processing unit. The main part of main of the computer. It is very fast.
Student International Conference on Cultural Diversity and Social Equality in Canterbury.
Generations.
Academic endeavors.
Business.
I humbly request the participants to mute themselves. Organizers, please look into this. There is a crosstalk here.
The computer
They are so fortunate to have him as Vice Chancellor of this university. Because after assumption as hobby as Vice Chancellor of the university, he has made tremendous efforts in taking this university to the next level. Only after assuming office as Vice Chancellor, he has immediately conducted career advancement scheme and promoted both teaching and non-teaching staff members of the university to the next level. So this is quite impossible, right, to see in the university. Of course, our Vice Chancellor has made such a tremendous effort in this university. And our Vice Chancellor has also introduced various initiatives in this university. What initiative is? He has introduced ODVS, Online Digital Evaluation System. One of the big universities have given this opportunity of implementing ODVS. Of course, the university is pioneer university implementing successfully the ODVS system. For this, we must be grateful our honorable Vice Chancellor. So, next, he has made a tremendous, impact in improving the campus in such a renewable manner, right? And Vice Chancellor orders and quarters for teaching and non-teaching and multi-purpose auditorium and one more academic block are all in full swing. And it's all made possible only because of the strenuous efforts taken by our honorable Vice Chancellor. So in that time, on behalf of the University and Department of Education, let's extend our party and welcome to our Honorable Vice Chancellor to this inaugural function. Next, I would like to welcome Dr. Marzana Arema, Associate Professor, School of Social Science and Languages, University Vellore, for this function. In fact, our chief guest, Paransa Bharatya, is a former professor of English at Islamic Azad University in Iran, and the professor has also served as visiting faculty in Quran University of Technology in China, and the professor is currently working in the Department of English at Indian University, Bangalore. Of course, she has carried out research on educational psychology, cognitive psychology, and applied psychology, and discursive psychology. And further, she is expertise in the fields of literature studies, literary criticism, critical theories, classification, comparative literature, American literature, etymology, feminism. And also, our chief guest is very much interested in quiet therapy and also ego quiet therapy. She read 27 books and also she has completed around 40 research articles in the journals of national and international review. And Professor has also successfully guided 50 theses and they could keep on telling the academic achievements of our beloved the chief guest of this today function, but we can spend some time I will speak to this. Next, on behalf of the Department of English, let's welcome our honorable the chief guest of today's function, yes, Professor Farzina Aladya. Next, I want to welcome the keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Mas, Professor of English from Manchester University. See, I like to note that for all our academic endeavors, Professor Mas contribution is quite immense. So, whatever the academic steps we have initiated the department, or just because of the guidance and support extended by Professor Dr. Mas. So, he is a part of the Department of English of University. On behalf of the Department of English, let's give him the welcome and welcome to our department. Next, I like to welcome Professor Dr. Sitandawani, member syndicate and Dean CBC, and also Professor Dr. Federation, Professor and Dean Faculty of Arts and Humanities, and also the Organizing Secretary Dr. Kamalasam, and the faculty members of all departments, Professor Dr. Sanjita, Amreli, and Nikulani and Prakash, and people from teaching faculty from other colleges and universities.
Hello.
And teaching faculties belonging to different schools of this university, and dignitaries and delegates and dear students. Again, on behalf of the University Department of English, I extend the cordial and warm welcome to all these people for this seminar. Thank you very much.
ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು. ಏನ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಲ್ಗಳು ಒಂದೇ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತವೆ, ಕಾಲ್ಗಳು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾಲ್ ಅಂತ 10 ಕಾಲ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ. ತಿಂಡಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್, ತಿಂಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಬಂದೆ ಸರ್. ಸರ್ ಈಗ
Dr. Yogi,
ನಮ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಮಧುರೈಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಹೋಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರ ಸರ್? ನೋಡಿ, 2 ದಿನ ಮಧುರೈ ತಮಿಳ್ನಾಡು ಪೇಪರ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೀನಿ, ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಅಲ್ಲ, ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್. ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಾಲಿಗೆ 100% ಕೊಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಸರ್, TST ವಿತ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಬಂದು 1 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ? ಸರ್ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ಟಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು ಹೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೆ 2-3 ಓಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Organizers kindly
ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೆ
mute
ನಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು
Dr.
ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ
Yogi.
ಸಾಕಿತ್ತು. ಮಾತಾಡ್ನಾ?
Organizers, there's lot of cross talking. Kindly mute the participants.
ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಲಿ? ಕಾಂತಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಮಾತಾಡಲ್ಲ, ವರುಣ್ ಸರ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಶೆಟ್ರು ಅದೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ.
So நம்ம decision எங்க first stage வந்து decision yes ma'am option வந்து reactive development yes ma'am actions எங்க options reactions like நடக்கும் இதுல இருந்து என்ன ரியாக்ஷன் நடக்குது செலக்ஷன் அப்படிங்கிறது உங்களுக்கு ஆனா
It's only there for amusement, for fun, for entertainment. And love it. Relating the love of society for mayonnaise. The business. For people of one nation, one country, another culture, another race, another religion, true. Then the story of the black people through Toni Morrison novels. And gradually they retain agony, anguish, the affliction, the suffering that black people have. So through the stories, through literature, you might find fiction, but it's not fiction. It's coming from the mind, from the heart of the author, someone experiencing what's going on and trying to share with you. So if you go this library and then you start reading anything in literature,
first stage
anything from literary works, not only you are
Organizers, please be vigilant. We cannot hear anything. There's a lot of cross talking among the participants.
இது ப்ரீஆக்டிவ் ஸ்டேஜ்ல இது எவாலுவேட்டிங் டிவைசஸ் எவாலுவேட்டிங் டூல் எவாலுவேஷன் அசஸ்மென்ட் மாதிரியான டர்ம்ஸ் எல்லாம் இது போஸ்ட் ஆக்டிவ் சோ இந்த
ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹುಷಾರಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
அந்த பிளானிங் அந்த பிளான் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சோம்னா லேர்னிங் அவுட்கம் எப்படி ஒரு சப்ஜெக்ட் நம்ம எடுக்கிறோம் மேத்ஸ் நம்ம எடுக்கிறோம் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நம்ம ஆர்டர் நம்ம ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பேசிக்ஸ் ஆஃப் அடிஷன் மைனஸ் மல்டிப்ளிகேஷன் டிவிஷன் இதெல்லாம் தெரியும். அப்பதான் நம்ம ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து பிராக்கெட் உள்ள இருக்கிறது பாப்போமா பிராக்கெட் உள்ள இருக்கிறது மல்டிபிள் பாப்போமா இந்த ஸ்டேஜஸ் அதுக்கப்புறம் தியரம்ஸ் நம்ம அப்ளை பண்ண உங்களுக்கான என்ன இருக்கு
I think you forgot what we went through during COVID. From the universe.
எப்படி எந்த முறையில நம்ம
Be grateful about anything.
என்ன
Be grateful about air. Be grateful about being together. Going out, being in nature. But see,
supporting ideas
we shouldn't forget about it. We even forgot our dear ones, the ones that we lost. This was COVID time. I remember in one of the conferences, one person said, "Oh, you're talking about COVID, it's over." But this isn't naive thing to say that it's over, isn't it? It's very naive, simple-minded. So how come? What we went through in COVID has repercussions, consequences, mental, emotional. It's not only physical that we lost somebody, economical. So all of them are with us. Not over. How funny, how strange, how preposterous. You think that it's all over. It's going to be with us for the years to come, for the generations, for the ages. And imagine, oh God, we were imprisoned continuing our own homes. And after that, we started a war. The outbreak of a war, violence. That's severe violence. Russia, Ukraine, Gaza, Palestine. Seriously, under this COVID thing? So here, I mean, when the organizer, the people involved in this conference, they chose this topic, just think about the topic, just think about the title, the theme of the conference. It's about social reality. For social reality, you have a mission. Not only the passion, because you have already chosen it, like social sciences as your major. Not only the passion, but also you have a vision. You have a mission. Among us, there are a lot of scholars, PhD students. They are thinking about what to contemplate, what to think, what to investigate, what to research. So this is it. I'm telling you, this is the hard time. This is the time of the violence. Exactly after what you went through. So now we are adding you and I some powers to the dynamics of power play. They are inflicting again abundance of suffering and different people. And then when we ask the reason, they say it's religion. Religion should be there to help us. I should be a sister to my brother who is a Jewish. I should be a sister to a brother who is a Hindu, who is a Christian, who is a Buddhist. Yes, if religion is there to heal, to give insights, to teach us about peace, to teach us about humanity, about integrity, about unity, what kind of religion is that? So today, this conference is a platform for us to launch. It's a platform for us. It's a canvas, actually. I see it as a canvas that we can splash use, use colors on this canvas and we make a better future. Believe me, you might say that me, this single me, this tiny me, can I do anything? Yes, this little you, this tiny me, this least me, because I see myself as a this entity. We, through a study, if we are here, what is this place? Is this a stadium for sport? No, it is academia. What do I mean by academia? Academia place to grow. Not only you, only your growth doesn't matter. It's you and the community around you. You and your parents, you and your siblings, all of you together. So how big, how mighty, how powerful, how strong you are, how diligent you are, how you to take another people around you, to take their hands and show them the way. So now you are here. Who knows how many more days you're doing? I had this honor of meeting Professor Marx, and wow, he is really a great scholar, a great person, a great professor. God bless him. Even in his attitude, the way he acts, the way he behaves, talks, a lot of lessons to learn. And in different conferences, I hope I meet new people and I say, oh, look at Indian people, look at Indian scholars, look at Indian professors and colleagues. So there are a lot of things for me to learn. That's why I keep traveling. China 4 years, Malaysia 4 years, Japan, Finland. By Finland, I mean the city named Oulu, North Finland. A lot of things to learn from people. Why am I talking about the traveling things and the experiences? Because I'm going to talk about cultural diversity. It's the other keyword of the conference. So today's conference is basically addressing two very important factors. Sometimes we take for granted, sometimes we ignore, sometimes we are not really aware of the importance, the profound prominence. So today, your lectures, the presentations, the papers you have, you're going to share. As I said, it's a symphony of voices to harmonize the essence of human being, humanity, for what? For compassion. Finally, at the end of the day, after a lot of advancement in technology, perfect. After a lot of progress in engineering, fine. Now you have big houses, architecture, great. What is at the end of the day what we need in humanity? Compassion. Compassion, understanding. Yes, look at me. From tip to toe, I am full of flaws of different sorts. So sometimes when I pray, I say, God, just make me a human being. Even not a good human being, just a human being. Because there are not many differences between a beast and a human being. To be a human being is a very hard job. Oh God, it's not possible to be a human being. Forget about the good one, just a simple human being. And despite that people need that, and despite that we experience hell through COVID, be humanoid and be palaces. Palace, I don't mean fear, I mean palaces of peace. If only you have the inner peace, life is so good. Your life now, everybody is life around you. Because when you have these vibes, you share. So again, we go back to the theme of the conference. Let's have a look. They wrote me a letter, how very sweet of them to remember that somebody like me is in BIT, and I really love to contribute, to collaborate in this kind of talks. I want to share the experiences I had in different trips I had, different experiences I collected all during my life. It is construction. We should look at it as life construction. This is the way that I have seen life. And I have been slapped so many times. When you are slapped, then you fade. Wow, that's good. Embrace it. Embrace every failure. This is me talking to you. I failed in many circumstances, other roads. I asked God, the universe, people around me, the whole universe, I said, take my hand, let me rise again. So I'm going to tell you this story. That's it. And this was the later 2-day international conference on cultural diversity. Cultural diversity. And I'm in India. Where am I now? I'm not in China. Where am I? In India. And look, Indian people. One is practicing Islam. One is Hindu, one is Christian. Here we have a church, in the other place we have a mosque, temple. And they're living peacefully together. Wow, that is fantastic. Let's keep it. Let's keep it as best as possible. This is about harmony. But there are problems also. Because when we look at life is in both sides of fascination and trepidation. But when we find trepidation and fear, worries, we have a lot of false problems that you and me should solve. Academia, you are mission. So I think I'm talking too much, right? I think that's enough of me. Now I have to listen to my great colleagues, then you definitely great PhD students. You try to manage to be here today, and I have a lot to share with you. I just published a book, a collection of my poems. The title is Souls Seeking Transcendence. I think I forgot to bring it today. I really don't know what happened because I wanted to be here early. I had another lecture to rush back quickly, but I'm going definitely to give a gift from me, from my feelings, what I noticed, what I went through as I go to the library here, and many times to our vice chancellor for being here. It was really, as I said before, I am very much blessed, very much privileged coordinator, dear colleagues, invites me here to be here, standing in front of you. I'm nobody, but look, where am I? I'm standing here in front of you talking. So this is the book. I'm very definitely to give my copy to the library. Thank you so much, and yeah, that's it. Have a nice day.
Thank you, ma'am, for having invited us to your events.
Now I request Dr. K. Ravichandran, Professor and Head Department of English, to honor our Honorable Vice Chancellor with star and memento.
Mr. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Rubana Dr. Fazana Aliya, Associate Professor of School of Social Science and Languages, Vellore Institute of Technology, Vellore, with a shawl and memento.
I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor to honor Dr. B. Marks, Professor and Head Department of English, School of Humanities, Pondicherry University, with shawl and memento.
I request Dr. M. Kannadasan, Assistant Professor, Department of English, to honor Dr. C. Kandavani, members and the Dean, C. with shawl and memento.
I request Dr. C. Anita Khan, Assistant Professor, Department of English, to honor Professor Dr. B. Kadinasan, Professor and Dean, Faculty of Arts and Humanities, with shawl and a memento.
Sir.
I request Dr. M. Kannadasan, Assistant Professor, Department of English, to honor Dr. K. Ravichandran, Professor at Department of English, with shawl and memento.
I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor to honor Dr. M. Kannadasan, Assistant Professor, Department of English, with shawl and a memento.
The greatest part of a writer's time is spent in reading. In order to write, a man would turn over half a library to make one book.
Time to release the book entitled Cultural Diversity and Social Equality in Contemporary Literature, edited by Professor Dr. K. Ravichandran and Dr. M. Kannadasan. The book delves deep into the intricate relationship between cultural diversity and social dynamics as portrayed in contemporary literature.
And contributions from scholars and experts in the field, cultural diversity and social reality in contemporary literature promises to be a valuable source to academics, students, and anyone interested in the intersection of culture, society, and literature. Contemporary literature explores the rich tapestry of literary expressions that reflect the diverse cultures and social landscapes shaping our world.
To know more, we invite Dr. M. Kannadasan, Assistant Professor of English and Organizing Secretary, to brief the key members of the Conference on Cultural Diversity and Social Reality in Contemporary Literature.
Most respected Father Vice Chancellor, respected dignitaries, fellow faculty members and participants and my dear students. Good morning to one and all and welcome you all to the 2 days International Conference on Cultural Diversity and Social Reality in Contemporary Literature. We all know that contemporary literature consists of a vast group of written works produced at a specific time in history through the current age. This literary era defines a time period, but it also describes a particular style and quality of life. Some people see this period as an extension of the postmodern literature, but most people refer to it as a literary era of its own. Though the time does not bind specifically under the African and American literature, this literary period can apply to written works from anywhere in the world. In fact, globalization opened the door to include contemporary works written by many figures in the Middle East, Africa, and Asia. We know that in the evolving landscape of contemporary literature, the intersection of cultural diversity and social realities serve as a compelling lens to view the human experience. Contemporary literature captures and portrays diverse cultural narratives, offering unique perspectives that shape global societies. It reflects the dynamics, social realities of our time and the ever-changing nature of human relationships. Apart from having an influence on the form, style, and narrative techniques employed by the contemporary writers, It helps in bridging cultural divides. It recognizes the power of storytelling as a tool for empathy and understanding. Through this, we gain insight into the complexities of human experiences, shedding light on the diverse perspectives and the realities that shape our world. Authors draw from their own experiences or research different cultures to authentically portray diverse characters and settings. This portray serves not only to entertain but also to foster empathy and understanding among readers. Its literary dialogue plays a crucial role in shaping our collective understanding of identity, community, and the human experience. Some of the major themes that can be highlighted. The first theme, identity and belonging, one of the major themes used by most of the contemporary authors is identity and the sense of belonging. Writers navigate the complexities of identity and judge for belonging in a culturally diverse world. The second theme, global perspectives, in which we got to know that contemporary literature transcends geographical boundaries. It offers concepts of various social landscapes across different religions of the world. Social justice narratives are another theme. Contemporary literature addresses the social justice issues, hidden marginalized voices, and the challenging societal norms. The fourth theme, cultural identity. Contemporary writers incorporate elements of cultural identity in their works, reflecting the interconnectedness of diverse cultural influence and the activities of the hybrid people and their response towards the changes in the society. Our aim is not only to appreciate the rich diversity of contemporary literature, but also to recognize its quintessential role in shaping our collective understanding of the world. I believe our conference is a platform for engaging conversations, scholarly exchange, and the celebration of myriad voices that contribute to the ever-expanding narrative of human experience in literature.
Thank you, sir, for the brainstorming perspective on cultural diversity and social reality contributing to. May we request our Honorable Vice Chancellor? Sorry. May we have the pleasure of inviting our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. T. Armugan, who is eminent, pioneer, empowering, revitalizing to deliver the presidential address.
So the dignitaries on the softwares and the student friends. Dr. Ravichandran, the head of the department English and convener of this international conference. Dr. Kanadas, the organizing secretary of the conference. The guest, Dr. Karan, the associate professor, School of Social Science and Languages, Dr. T. Marks, the professor of the Department of English, School of Humanities, Pondicherry University. Dr. Kadresan, Professor and Dean Faculty of Arts and Humanities. Dr. C. Dandavani, Member Syndicate and Dean CDC, Florida University. And Dr. Anita, Assistant Professor English from Florida University. The other heads of departments, faculties of the Florida University. And my dear delegates, and the research scholars and student friends from various colleges who are attending in person and the online mode, and friends from press and media. Good morning to everyone. First of all, congratulate the organizing secretary and the convener of this international conference on cultural diversity and reality in Karnataka literature. It's being organized by the Department of English at University. So organizing a conference is not an easy thing. Getting the people, speakers, experts, resource persons, and put it into a word platform to share their knowledge. It's a very Herculean task. So I think the Dr. Kanadas and Commission and the faculties in the English department has taken enormous effort in organizing this two-day international conference. Again, I congratulate the two authors, Dr. Ravichandran and Kanadas, who nicely edited the book on cultural diversity and social reality. Definitely, the book will give you a lot of inputs for your reference, for your research, for your further readings. My dear friends, the topic or the title of the conference is Cultural Diversity and Social Reality in Karnataka Literature. This itself gives a lot of stories. Friends, we are studying the past through so many ways. Maybe the history is written in stones. We call it as sculpture. And many stories is being passed through generation through the storytelling. It's another way to pass the information from one generation to another generation. And many of our informations are drawn from the literature. The present day history, all the information, most of the information we have taken from, cut out from the literatures of various languages. Maybe English, maybe Greek, maybe Latin, maybe Tamil, Telugu, Chinese, whatever it may be. So all the information we draw from the literatures. So literature play a major role in passing the information in generation after generations. There are so many hypotheses that the humankind exists more than 10,000 years, 15,000 years, 25,000 years. There are so many hypotheses. But the recent evidences show that some of the cultures were in existence 6,000 years, 3,000 years, 3,600 years. And the latest excavation clearly says that almost 2,600 to 3,000 years, our culture or our relevance is available. But though the Tamil Nadu is ruled by three kings, Sera, Chola, Pandyas, but there is no systematic histories or available. Only the culverts is a major source of information. But there are so many Tamil literatures. Agananuru, Purananuru, Silappatikaram. There are so many literature in which we can able to see how the people lived in those periods. 2000 years back, 3000 years back, what was the culture? And what are the different activities they have taken? How they ruled the country, how they ruled the part of the country, and what is the system of maintaining the armies, then what is the system of maintaining the society. So everything we are getting it through these literatures. So literature is a very, very important source of information. And even now we can see, we can able to take out a lot of information from the literatures. Maybe in the what you call the written literatures, or in the form of the dramas, or in the form of cinemas, the things what happened in 60s, what was happening in 1940s, that we can able to see the films, through the films we can get raw information. And coming to the what you call in the what you call cultural diversity, of course India is the best example for the diversity of culture. The more than 800 different groups are in existence in India. Just imagine, more than 800 different culturally different groups are in existence. So each community or each group have their own the activities, the way of living, the way of studying, the way of acquiring things, the way of learning things, everything. So these cultural diversities being transferred from one generation to another generation by word of mouth. Another thing is by literature. Of course, we are using the papers given 100 years. Last 100 years only we are using papers. What was the medium by which the things were transferred from one century to another? You just imagine, it is only through your whole HOD, only through the whole HOD where all the information that leads through. So one is a fixed, one is a stone. But the stone, I mean, it is not easy to incorporate all the information available. So all the information are written in the whole body, and the whole HOD has a shelf life of 300 years. So every 300 years, copies are made and rewritten again and passed on to the generations. Now you can see a lot of cultural exchanges taking place in India. Before that, there is not much movement, and we have the history of the Europeans visited India even the 2000 years back. Even the Alexander and certain evidences show that 2300 years, 2600 years back, the Europeans, the Greeks came to India for trading. Their evidence are available here. And also the Gulf people or the Arab people, they visited the certain points of Tamil Nadu for trading. And trading mainly the kings of Pontiac and Solomon used to buy one of the horses of the Arab kings in exchange of the spices from Tamil Nadu. So this was a great taken. So because of this exchange of cultures, there are a lot of changes taking place because of a cultural exchange between these two groups. And then likewise many groups. Now you are saying there are a lot of cultural exchange. Now there is a lot of mass movement of migration of laborers from UP, Bihar, and Orissa. Almost in all parts of community the people from other states, it is living in India. That means there is an exchange of the not alone the language, the behavior, the food habit, everything can be changed. So now this is inevitable, the cultural exchanges, and these cultural changes are, it is being passed through different kinds of methods. Even your cinema part, there are a lot of things are put in the cinema part through which we can get information after 30 years, after 40 years, you can get it. And the cinema stories. And you are seeing the what is Shakespeare, what they call the dramas. So which transform a lot of information from those centuries to now. Their dressing pattern, their food habit, their relationship, how their marriage, everything is passed from one generation to through different media, particularly literature, drama, songs, everything. So this is very important. So this has to be mixed in one way or another. As a students of language, maybe Tamil or maybe English, whatever it may be. So it is your responsibility to, record all the societal changes, what's happening in the present world, so that it will be useful for the future generation to read it. Okay, so in that way, this conference is going to give you a lot of impetus for maintaining the what you call contemporary cultural diversity in the future generation to read on. So with these few my own remarks, I congratulate all the faculty members who involved in organizing this conference, and I wish the conference a great success. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable presentation address. We would like to invite Professor Dr. C. Dandapani, Member Syndicate of the CDC, to offer presentation.
Morning to you. Honored present today in this today international conference on cultural diversity and social reality in contemporary literature. Learned Vice Chancellor, the Chief Guest of the Day, Dr. Pradesh Patel, Professor and the Dean, Faculty of Arts, Humanities, Professor Dr. V. Ganesan, Dr. A. Ramachandran, Professor and the Department of English, Professor Dr. P. Marks, Professor and the Department of English, School of Humanities, Pondicherry University, the Organizing Secretary, Dr. M. Kannadasan, faculty members of the Department of English, Dr. C. Anita, faculty members from other departments, research scholars, Maheshwaran reporter, and my dear young students. As our Honorable Vice Chancellor said, this day is the need of our cultural diversity and social reality in contemporary literature. Only through literature we learn the past, present, and the future. Indian culture and Greek culture, they are the ancient, the oldest culture in the human history. That too, before Greek, Tamil culture was a pioneer one. Tamilians, they thought how to behave as a human being. They taught the cultural behavior to the human society. Today, India is one of the most religious country in the world. It has nearly 81% of Hindus, 13.5% of Muslims, 2.5% of Christians, and 1.8% of Sikhs, the remaining of others. So we have different religion, different races, different people. And if we take the languages, officially India, the constitutionally recognized languages are 21 languages. And there are two major linguistic families. One is Indo-Aryan and another one is Dravidian family. The Aryan family consists 74%. Dravidian family that consists 24%. Though we are very 1/4 in number, we thought the cultural behavior to others. So we have different kinds of culture that is followed by people in different regions, by different people. We have different types of clothing. For example, if you take the Kashmir, if you take Punjabi, they dress in a different way. Tamilian, they cloth in a different way, dress in a different way. The same way, food habits. The North Indians, they have a kind of food habits which is different from the South Indian food habits. Then, festival ceremony. We conduct different kinds of festival ceremonies. And the North Indian, South, and the East, West regions. Each region has their own unique culture. Even the performing arts, for example, dance. We have, Tamilians have the tradition of Bharatanatyam. In Karnataka, they have Kuchipudi. In Kerala, they have Kathakali. In the same way, different kinds of dance performing arts they have in Gujarat, Punjabi, so on. So, we are different in culture. But when you come as a nation, when you come as a human, we unite together, India. That is unity in diversity. So today it is a conference. It is a general theme. The cultural diversity and the social reality is a general theme. Not only the English students, also the political science, economics, all students should participate in this seminar and get the knowledge of that. So this is a general thing. The English department has taken a standard effort, especially Professor Dr. Ravichandran and Dr. Kannadasan. The entire team has spectacularly worked out for making this conference a successful one. And they have brought out a wonderful edited volume on the theme cultural diversity and the social reality. So I hope that at the end of this 2 days seminar, 2 days international conference, you will carry some message about the cultural diversity and the social reality. This is the social reality. We are living in the diversified culture. We are living in the diversified linguistic, linguistic, and therefore, definitely, I hope you will take some message at the end of this international conference. With this, first, I congratulate the entire team. Thank you, Randa.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for. We request Professor Dr. B. Kadresan, Professor and Dean, Faculty of Arts and Humanities, to offer an instruction.
My dear good friends and guides, Marx, Professor Ted, Professor English Policy University, and Alexander, Professor Ted, and Kanadas, and Anissa, who joins immediately at this time. Other basic secretary from other departments, my good colleagues, friends and students. It gives me immense pleasure to stand before you and share some of the thoughts regarding this conference. It's a nicely chosen title: Cultural Diversity and the Social Reality of Contemporary Education. What is culture? This is $1 million question. If you ask me what it is, I do not know. What ask me what it is. That is culture. It is very difficult to explain culture in a couple of words. But at the same time, the cultural domain can be easily located. Where this culture operates in an effective manner. Say, if you take the legal system of the country, if you take education, religious practices, food, dress, faith, behavior pattern, and so on and so on. In all these phases, you can understand how culture operates, but still it is difficult to explain what culture is. So based on the way in which culture operates in the cultural domain, we identify what is culture or whose culture is. And based on this culture, we like to identify whether it is progressing towards unification or towards diversity. This is another thing. When we talk about the unification and we talk about the diversity, what we witness in India is a good example of what we speak on stage. We very happily proclaim, I think it's a tall proclamation we made in our country that there is unity in diversity, as my good friend said, that the CD said. But if we enjoy this unity throughout the country, this becomes a question. The conference like this definitely wants towards this ambiguous statement, unity in diversity. Why should I call this a ambiguous statement? Because what either in all the arenas, they say cultural domain, when we look at all the cultural domain, we can understand what are the different operations take place in this cultural domain and how they, in a way, enrich people at the same time imprison people. Both things happen in the country. So when we talk about the social reality, can we include culture or should we omit culture in this social unity? This is another question. What is society? We always say with the famous quote. So man It's a social animal. But how this animal operates in the society? This is the question. So based on the cultural identification, a human being functions in a society, and this functioning is conditioned by various cultural domains. That is what we focus on. And that is why I really congratulate the convener of the conference was selected a wonderful title towards this issue, that was burning issue now. I take much privilege in congratulating ourselves for attending this conference. At the same time, I really appreciate the overwhelming response from the audience. And thank you for the chance given. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the presentation.
We would like to invite Professor Dr. T. Marks, Professor at the Department of English, School of Humanities, Pondicherry, to deliver the keynote address.
Esteemed Vice Chancellor of this university, Professor T.R. my friend and the Associate Professor of Social Sciences and Languages, PIT University, Dr. Berdani, just delivered the inaugural address. And then Dr. Kadir, my longtime friend, Dr. Ramchandran, who is in the department, the organizing secretary of the seminar, Dr. Kandas, Professor Dandamani, Professor of Economics and members of the debate, Dr. Anika, Dr. Ramadhan, and other colleagues from various colleges and institutions. Scholars and student friends, very good morning to you all. It's my pleasure to be with you this morning to deliver the keynote for this wonderful two-day international conference on cultural diversity and social reality in modern buildings. I just want to highlight this to the important points and wind up this keynote. I know my friend and colleague and my brother, Dr. Palisani, is here with us to deliver the plenary sessions. I wish to acknowledge the statements made by Professor Agarwal. Though we have a lot of cultural differences in terms of dress, in terms of food, in terms of our rituals, in terms of everything, in terms of performing arts and all other things, we are still united. And that simply means that we have, as Indians, we have a culture which is a supra-culture. That culture, despite all other differences, that culture unites all other cultures. So we have a culture which is a unifying culture, a unifying force that brings all other cultures together, that bridges the gaps that exist in all our cultures. So even when we have a binary like vegetarianism, non-vegetarianism, North versus South, Aryan versus Dravidian, whatever, we are still united when it comes to the nation. So it is the nation, it is the national culture that unites all of us under one specific umbrella. Yet, when that itself becomes a serious problem, we need to discuss it in seminars and conferences like this, which talks about cultural diversity and social reality. When you say cultural diversity and social reality, I don't find these two entities as one and the same, but these two entities as opposing forces at work in a democratic space. Where on one hand we are celebrating the cultural diversity, unity in diversity, the culture that unites all of us and converts all human beings into brothers and sisters. On the other hand, we need to talk about social reality, which is not exactly binding us together, but dividing us in the name of class, in the name of sex, in the name of gender, in the name of caste, in the name of anything like that, the playable body, disabled body, whatever. So what happens when we look at the sustainable development goals set by the United Nations? The SDG 10 says reduction of inequality, which is glorified and is insisted by all governments across South Asia and all across the world. Where there is a problem with this SDG 10, that is reduction of inequality. In the UN Charter, it says it simply means that to look into the progress, social, political, cultural progress of all human beings, irrespective of class, sex, gender, body, everything. But there is a deliberate missing component in the whole class that is attached to the SDG 10, that is us. So very, very stunningly, the United Nations has come out with this kind of a class where the caste factor is missing. So when we celebrate something about the pre-colonial system of governance, the pre-colonial system of preservation of culture, the pre-colonial system of protection of environment, or what we call environmentalism, using the new traditionalist ideologies. And I have heard people saying that before the colonizers came to India, India was so very glorious. And on one hand, we keep celebrating and glorifying the pre-colonial space of India without being critical of the same pre-colonial space, which kept nearly 97% of people outside the space, outside the public space. So here is where when we talk about this climate crisis, when we talk about global poverty, when we talk about environment, when I was coming from Pondicherry to Vellore via Jaya and other places, I could see with the mechanical plates, people are all cutting down all kinds of 40-year-old, 60-year-old, 70-year-old trees. Who gave these people the right to destroy these trees, which provide a lot of shade for, which provide fresh air for us? And in all these things, human beings, the respective states, the respective governments, could so irrationally involved in such a decision to fell down trees on a massive scale. It requires another 60 years or 100 years to regrow those plants, those trees and saplings and other things. So on one hand, you keep on bulldozing all kinds of forests in acres and acres, but on the other hand, you are asking me and you to plant a sapling in front of my house. And how do they expect me to compensate that specific grave loss, the massive loss, the massive damage that was done to the environment, with my individual act of planting a sapling? And when the states trust an individual with this huge responsibility of protecting an environment, there comes the whole problem of environmentalism. So when these pre-colonial states, I fully agree that our pre-colonial space was full of the green consciousness, full of eco consciousness. All these things, we had a very fresh air, we had water sources, we had everything, but the same water resources, the same public land, arable land, all these resources were not open for all hands. So when these public wells were restricted, when some specific set of people, the producers of this culture, which is a sustainable culture, the builders of the culture which is sustainable, when the same builders were denied of fresh water, the same builders were denied of public water resources, when the same builders of culture were denied of this kind of environment, then how do you accuse the colonizers of plundering and looting our national wealth? The first ever environmental or ecological rights activism was initiated only by Dr. Ambedkar when he led 2,500 people to the track of Chowdhury. And from that Chowdhury, he fetched water along with 2,500 people, for which he was booked under a criminal case. And later he was released, later he was acquitted, later the case was dismissed. That's a different thing. But the civil society, the civilians, people who belong to that specific space, they booked under a criminal law for fetching water from a public well with 2,500 other buckets. You know how they purified that specific well which was supposedly polluted by Dr. Ambedkar's cuts of that water. They cut some 108 pots of water, then they mixed it with milk, cow dung, cow urine, and they poured it back to the well, which is actually polluting the well, but they wanted purification of the well. So, in the name of consecrating the well, they poured milk, cow dung, cow urine into the public well, thereby purifying the pollution caused by Dr. Ambedkar, who is sitting here and watching it, with 2,500 more people. The first ever ecological right. How can you ask the landless man to be environmentally conscious of his environment? Who else can be conscious of nature?
Okay,
Who else
common.
can be conscious
Ibro
of his
okay.
environment
Okay.
more than a working class man, more than an agricultural person? He knows what he should plant and what he should dig up. He knows when to water the plant and when not. He knows when to harvest and when not. He knows how much he is harvest and how to distribute. So when the mode of production, when the process of production, when these productive communities are left without a piece of land, where is your ethics and what is your logic in asking a landless man to protect the environment? I'm asking you openly, very honestly, when I don't have a piece of land, why should I protect the environment? By which you are getting benefited or you polluted the environment and I am blamed for that specific thing, then I don't have a piece of land. Same thing continues in all spheres. When we accuse the colonizers of having looted us, having plundered our wealth, having borrowed our knowledge systems, all these things. Now there is a revival of interest in all that is traditional, like going back to millet rice, going back to millet cookies, going back to Sirdhaniyanam, going back to Kalpatti coffee, which you find on both sides of on the highways. All kinds of things we are fully aware of. Yet, when there is a factor that even in the case of the Land Ceiling Act, you should also talk about the rights of private institutions or these deemed universities, which I call doomed universities, and the rights of the Land Ceiling Act. When the Nila Uchavarampu Sattam உருவானதுக்கும் இந்த தனியார் கல்வி நிலையங்கள் தொடங்கப்பட்டதற்கும் ஒரு நெருங்கிய உறவு. Nobody talks about it. See, when you talk about the rise of these private universities, the mushrooming of the prolific growth of these private universities and educational institutions, you should look into the way in which the government was trying to acquire land from people who owned more than 500 acres, 1,000 acres, 300 acres, 200 acres, and redistributing those lands to landless peasants. When the government tried to do that, if I am owning 1,000 acres of land, I am not in a position to give that specific land to somebody who is landless. Rather, I put a compound around the 1,000 acres. I started a school of my own. My own cow shed was converted into LKG. My own poultry farm, broiler farm shed was converted into higher secondary. My own, farmhouse was converted into engineering courses. So all these private universities and colleges, they started in order not to get away with their lands. they were ready to lose even their lands, but they were not ready to lose their titles. When somebody addresses you as Ayya in your farmhouse, the same kind of Ayya he wants even when he sits as a correspondent or secretary in a private firm. That is why all these assistant professors were employed there, they call their secretary as Ayya. There was a couple of holding Ayya. This kind of a crime is guaranteed because you are still, you retain the title even when you converted your farmlands, you are able to learn into an educational institution. So this way, where whatever issue you talk about, when you talk about environmental crisis, when you talk about social inequality, when you talk about social reality, I tell you, whatever you had in your tradition, whatever we had in our own tradition, that was perhaps glorious only. But at the same time, we shouldn't, that doesn't mean that we should blindly accept what you glorify as tradition without critiquing that specific tradition. So that tradition was already a divisive society. Already there was a hierarchical ladder. Already there was a hierarchical social position, which we should be critical of, because we, as modern intellectuals, we just consider society, culture, nature, whatever it is, sciences, all as having dialectical relations, not hierarchical relations. So when we talk about cultural diversity, in the name of cow lynching, cow slaughter, many human beings were slaughtered. Many human beings were lynched to death in the name of upholding our culture in the same space, in the same Tamil Nadu, in the same part of Tamil Nadu. We had a system called Paduvesham, impalement. Thousands of Jains were slaughtered using a very excruciating method of punishment that both your hands and legs will be tied to the opposite poles, and a sharp-edged weapon will be inserted into a anus, and the body will be cut exactly into two halves. Thousands of people were killed using this kind of a very unique, strange, excruciating mode of punishment. So I'm not here to defend what we stand for in the name of Dravidian culture or Tamil culture. Yet I proudly say that it is the Justice Party as early as 1913 which propagated and introduced for the first time in the whole nation the introduction and implementation of noon meal scheme. The whole nation, even Amartya Sen, for his essay on famines, he was referring to the Dravidian model of government. As an economist, Professor Dandapani must be familiar with this. First ever space, geopolitical space to introduce an implement noon meal scheme, thinking that the first generation students can come to the school only when they are offered a stomach full of food. Now I tell you, it is only our state to sponsor the first non-vegetarian component as part of the noon meal scheme, that introduction of 1 meal a day. Which government is, no other governments across the nation set a role model governance except our Dravidian model of governance. 1913 noon meal scheme. 1923 temple empty movement. 1933 the public wells were thrown open to all communities, irrespective of any untouchable, and whatever community we have. All these social justice demands, ecological justice, land for all, education for all, what all policies that you are trying to glorify today, all these things, the seeds for this revolution were sown only by this part of the nation. So this part of the nation needed to be sensitized about its own cultural diversity, but seeing the social realities that happen in this part of the space, we should propagate this, our sense of social equality, our sense of social justice, our phenomenon of social justice, our phenomenon of cultural diversity, our consciousness, our regional bioregional consciousness, that which tree should be planted in our soil, our land. We know fully well that we don't import some trees and plant here and there. For our soil, neem is the only tree that gives shade, and even during terrible summer it gives us shade. And at this part is known for its Punnai, which sprout during terrible summer. And in terrible summer, it is the only tree that sprouts and gives fresh green leaves. So we are ecologically conscious. We know what ecological justice is. We are socially conscious, and we know how to establish social justice. And we know how to respect human beings as human beings. So in a space where I used to refer to Himayam's piece of burden as an example, there is a community called Putale Yonlan community in our place. The Namarudani river, 12 மணிக்கு 1 மணிக்கு எல்லா they enter the Namarudani. They will watch the entire plots and they come back. Night or 9 o'clock, they will see a knock on your door. The Putale Yonlan's head lady will come and she will deliver the watch. In turn, you are not paying her, you are giving the leftover food of the day. So the leftover food of the day is thrown to the Putale Yonlan head lady, and she takes it back and she just dries it up. She prepares gruel or kanji or whatever it is, and she feeds her children. So in a space which is still having this kind of and still taking pride in culture, cultural diversity, image diversity, all these things still is plagued by something which we could not even imagine, that touching somebody, seeing somebody, moving with somebody, eating with somebody is the factor of pollution. Is still there when it comes to the hierarchical weighted inequality, which should be weeded out, in which our nation will move towards a monolithic, monocultural, monoreligious, monolingual kind of a platform where we cannot just imagine what cultural diversity is and what social reality is. So that way, our celebration of our traditions in the name of cultural diversity should be starved for a minute to look into social reality. Just with one last example, I just conclude my keynote. Some 10-15 days back, a 9-year-old girl was brutally raped, gang raped, killed, packed, and thrown into a ditch in our own country, which is celebrated as the Paris of South India, which is known for its safe and secure environment, which is a hub of the tourists. And keep answer. So this question I leave it open to all of you, that are we wise enough, are we sensible enough to lead the same kind of secure, safe environment to our future generation? So if your answer is yes, then I'm very happy for you. If your answer is no, that this kind of a conference should seek some solution, some answers to this serious question that without addressing factors of caste inequality, gender inequality, it is really absurd to glorify something in the name of cultural diversity. So cultural diversity is assured only when social reality is properly understood, comprehensively understood. So by looking into our social realities, we can constructively uphold the values of cultural diversity of our own land. So by throwing this question open to the audience, I just wish the conference on contemporary cultural diversity and social reality in contemporary literature a very grand success. And I also congratulate Dr. Simon, Dr. Kanadasan, convener and organizing secretary, and also Dr. Kadres, the dean, for having invested a lot of time on this wonderful two-day event. I wish the whole team a grand success. Thank you so much for inviting me to be part of this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. To speak gratitude permeates pleasant. To enact gratitude is generous and noble, but to live gratitude is to touch heaven.
Now we request Dr. C. Arita Mack, Assistant Professor, Department of English, to propose the vote of thanks.
Distinguished friends of this today's conference inauguration, I would like to thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor for being here with us on this occasion. Thank you very much, sir. A huge thank you to you, sir. I also place my gratitude to all the special speakers, Dr. Pardana, Dr. Marx, and Dr. Dhanvi Santi for being here and stay with you. I would also like to thank Professor Damavani, Member CBK, and G for being here with us. A very kind you, sir. I would like to thank Dr. B. Kadresan, Dean of Faculty of Arts and Science, Dr. Ravishandran, Head of the Department of English, and the organizer, Dr. Kanidasan, and the Department Chair, Dr. Kamarini, for being here and organizing the program. Thank you so much. And last but not least, I'd like to thank all the staff members from other colleges. There is the scholars, the students, and also the volunteers. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, ma'am. It's time for break. Participants are requested to have tea and assemble back after 10 minutes.
आप आवाज यार मर रहा हूँ
ಅಂತ ಅಂದಿದ್ದೆ ಹೇಳಿ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
பின்னாடி கேமரா
ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇನ್ನೇನಾದ್ರು ಇದೆಯಾ ನಿಮ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ? 5 ಫೋನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಅವ್ರು ಎರಡಕ್ಕೆ ಒದ್ದಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈಗ ತರ್ಸ್ಬೋದ್ ಕಂಡ್ರೆ 5,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ 5 ಫೋನ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಒಂದೊಂದ್ 1,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಫೋನ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಚಿಕ್ಕವರು. ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಸಿಮ್ಮು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಾಕಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲೇ ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀವ, ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇದೀವಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ. 700 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಜಿಯೋದೇ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ವಿತ್ ಸಿಮ್ಮು ಮತ್ತು ಫೋನ್. 5,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ 5 ಫೋನ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾವೆ. 5 ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಅವ್ನ ವಾಪಸ್ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ನರ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಮೇನ್, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಮ್ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನ್ ಹೇಳೋದು ಕಿಶನ್? ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಸರ್, ಬಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಪಾಲ್ಸಂದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಯಾಕೋತ್ರ ನಮ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಏನು ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಸೋಮವಾರ ಆಯ್ತು, ಮಂಗಳವಾರ ಆಯ್ತು, ಮೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರು ಹುಷಾರಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಇವತ್ತು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ. ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಅದೇನೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು. ಈಗ ಉಷಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಈಗ ಏನೋ ಸೀನಿಯಾರಿಟಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಏನೋ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ಲೆಕ್ಚರರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರೋ ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡಮ್ಮ. ಈಗ ನಿನಗೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗತ್ತ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ದೆ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿ ಸರ್. ಈಗ ಆಕೆ 10 ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾಳೆ, ನಾ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆಕೆ ಇರೋದು ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಜೂನ್ ವರ್ಗು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್. 10 ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟದಾಗ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದ್ರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ ತಗ್ಸು ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್. ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಅಷ್ಟು ಮುಗೀತಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲ ವೇ ಇದಾವ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೋಬಾರ್ದು, ಇವ್ರವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ಕೋಬಾರ್ದು, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮುಗಿದೋಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ.
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ
100% ಹೌದು. ಓಕೆ, ಆಯ್ತು ಬರ್ಲಿ. ಬೇಡ ಕೇಶವ, ಸರಿ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ಮಾಡಿ ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ, ಸಂತೋಷ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ನಮಗೂ ಅದೇ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು.
ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ನಂದು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರು, ನಾವೇನು ಬಂದು ಪಾಲಿಟಿಕ್ಸ್
ಹೌದು, ಖಂಡಿತ ಖಂಡಿತ ಬೇಡ. ಯಾಕೋತ್ರ ನಾಳೆ ದಿನ ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಉಟ್ಕೊಳೋದು ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಡ. ಕೇಸ್
participants are asked to assemble inside the auditorium to organize session. Participants are asked to gather in the auditorium to begin session. We request the participants to gather in the auditorium to begin the plenary session. We request the participants to gather in the auditorium to begin the plenary session. University students, please help them to assemble inside the auditorium. Participants are requested to assemble inside the auditorium. It's time for plenary session.
ಸರಿ, ಅವನ ತಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಅಂಶ ತಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಅಂಶ.
We request participants to gather in the auditorium to begin the plenary session. We request the participants to assemble in the auditorium to begin the plenary session.
We request participants present in the auditorium to take a plenary session. Participants are requested to assemble inside the auditorium. It's time for plenary session.
உள்ள இருக்கு பிரிச்சதெல்லாம் எடுக்க இல்ல உள்ள இருக்கு பாரு உள்ள இருக்கு பாருப்பா
Participants are requested to assemble inside the auditorium. We request the participants present in the auditorium to begin a plenary session.
இல்ல கொடுத்தாங்க லேடிஸ் சாப்பிட்டோம் ரெண்டே இது பண்ணி வேற இதுனா ஓகே இவங்க சாப்பிட்டோம் நீங்கள சாப்பாடு தான் கரெக்டாக தானே இருக்கும் பசங்க நீ சாப்பிட்டேன் நீ வெளி சாப்பாடு வீட்டு சாப்பாடு இல்ல டீ குடிச்சா நான் பெரும்பாலும் அதுக்கு முன்னாடி என்ன சாப்பிடும் டீ குடிக்கு முன்னாடி என்ன சொன்னல டீ இல்லாம இருக்காது சுதான் கேட்டான்
Participants are requested to assemble inside the auditorium.
It's late.
It's time for the plenary session. Please assemble. Participants are requested to assemble in the auditorium to begin a plenary session. Participants are requested to assemble inside the auditorium. Time for plenary session. Participants are requested to assemble inside the auditorium. Those who are standing outside, please come inside. I request Professor Dr. M. Palaniswamy, Associate Professor, Department of English, Kanchi Mahamular, Government Institute of Postgraduate Studies and Research, Pondicherry. I request Sir to present on stage. We invite Dr. N. Tamari Ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of English, to welcome the gathering to the Day 1 plenary session.
Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you all to the first plenary session of the today International Conference Cultural Diversity and Social Reality in Contemporary Literature. And the first plenary session we have a speaker, Dr. M. Parati Swami, Associate Professor of English, Kanchi Mahamudiva Center for Postgraduate Studies, University of Pondicherry. And he has 19 years of teaching experience. His interest in data speech and research includes a wide spectrum like curricular post-colonial theory, comparative literature, translation theory, subordinate literature, politics, ELT, African literature, and diaspora literature. And indeed, we are very happy that we have an eminent speaker who is here for the first plenary session. Sir, over to you. Now, we have Professor Dr. M. Palaniswamy, Associate Professor, Department of English, Kanchi Mahamudiva Government Institute of Postgraduate Studies and Research, Pondicherry, to deliver in plenary address.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor T. Arnold, Professor Dr. Patrici, Dean of Humanities, my dear friends, Dr. Alexander of the Department of English, my dear friend and the organizing secretary, Dr. Kannadasan, my dear colleague in the department, Dr. C. Anita, and my dear colleague, Dr. Tamilini, and the faculty members, Dr. Indumati, and Mr. Kash, my dear scholars, and postgraduate students from Rural University and from the other various universities, colleges. Wish you all a very good no. So I congratulate the organizers for naming the conference as deliberation on cultural diversity and social reality. Well, we'd like to begin the session with a small question. You know, the problem arises only in the conceptualization of meaning. Whether culture, politics, religion, economy, theology, philosophy, society, and all the social institutions called marriage, childbirth, puberty, right? All these institutions have got acquired meaning. So the problem arises in the conceptualization of meaning and the conception of meaning and distribution of meaning and what is meaning. So if you understand the meaning of structuralizing a concept, An idea, a thought, an event is structured, first of all. Culture is structure. Derrida's three terms are more enough to define any concepts. He uses three simple terms in his title. That's Derrida. In his essay, Structure, Sign and Play. Structure, little word. Sign, S-H-E-N. Another word, P-L-A-Y, play. Another simple word. These three words, structure, play, and sign in the discourse of human sciences, are always at work. There is a play in marriage. There is a sign in marriage. There is a structure in marriage. There is childbirth. That man is born free, but he is changed everywhere. That's it. Man is born free, but he is changed everywhere. And if somebody asks you in the foreign land, who are you? The first answer is, I'm an Indian. Then your address, your name, and your background. So the Indian or the Indianness is mythically structured and injected in the mind of a person who is born and brought up in India. Indian education, Indian costume, Indian food, Indian politics, Indianism, Buddhism, Sikhism, Jainism, Islam, Christianity, like that, Hinduism. So all these isms are available as ready-made inventions. You have these tablets. Hinduism as a capsule. A child is born, and the child is born in a Hindu family. Different tablets are ready. Capsules are ready for the child. Right? Hindi, one capsule. Right? Then designing the costume for a Hindu, another capsule. Then when designing the capsule for all the emotions and sentiments of women and men. How should a girl grow? How should a girl be groomed? How to groom a girl child? How to groom a boy? So the main female, when a child is born in Islam, tablets are ready, medicines are ready to train the psyche. So culture, first of all, is a psychological training. Culture psychologically trains the person to follow a blueprint. Please note, a culture is only a blueprint. Blueprint is never single. An engineer can give a blueprint, another engineer can give you a better one. A third engineer, an architect, will have wonderful blueprint. Blueprints cannot be single. Culture is also a blueprint. A culture is also not single. Culture is not. Okay. And in the essay, nation and narration, that's the essay. Nation and Narration by O.B.K. Baba, of course, theorist. He says, nations like narration, every nations like narration, Desam or Kathik, Desyam or Kathik. Nations like narrations lose their origin in the mist of time. Time is a myth. Nation is a myth. Culture is a myth. So, mythology, beliefs, customs, values, traditions, religions, conventions, all these are different capsules, tablets, which are given to you right from your biological entry into the world. You just enter the world only as a biological product. The moment when you are born in a nation, you are not at all a biological product. You become a territorial, geographical product. And the district, the state claims that you are the state product, and the district product, and the local product, family product. The maternal level claims that it is his products. The maternal uncle,
This is how the culture is designed and instilled in minds of the people as different in the form of different cultures. Okay, culture is diverse. If you define culture, you can have thousands and thousands of definitions for culture. Culture is a set of values, beliefs, customs, traditions being structured, followed, and transmitted to the other generations. Right. And culture can be defined as culture is what we are. Culture is simple. Culture is what we are. Civilization is what we is. If you are to differentiate these two, culture is what we are, how do we exist, how do we interact, how do we have our transactions. That's what I mean by what we are. Civilization is what we get, receive, and promote. At one point, the promoter civilization will become a part of the culture. Will become a part of the culture. So that's how culture is designed. So if I ask you a simple question about the word NANIC, I hope some of you can give an answer. Answer may not be easy, right? Compromising. Answer may also be argumentative. Answer can also be a question. So my question is, every concept is consumed after 3 or 4 processes, and it is called 4 schemata of knowledge. Michel Foucault, in his book Archaeology of Knowledge, recommends 4 schemata of knowledge. What are the 4 processes of knowledge? Articulation, what is speak, articulation, attribution, coloring the speech, decorating the speech, attribution, designation, naming what you speak and write, what you paint, and what you draw. So any drawing, image, symbol, speech, writing, whatever it is, any kind of discourse is an articulation. Every articulation undergoes coloring. Because a word is what is said. Meaning is what is meant. A word is what is said. Not necessarily that you should carry the meaning that I need to communicate to the audience. You can have your own meaning of what is, for what is, about what is. And therefore, you need not consume the meaning that I need to communicate. That's what Roland Barthes says in their death of the author. When the process of work, when the process of writing is over, the author is dead. There is no lingual, there is no authorial presence anywhere in the text. When the text is written, when the text is produced, the author cannot have an entry. The author is no more. And who are the authors confused? We, the readers, have different kinds of meaning. Therefore, articulation, attribution, then designation, third one, naming, and finally, derivation. Derivation is a very complex process. Somebody says something, somebody colors it, somebody names it, somebody distributes to different people in their own, and meaning is distributed differently. So that's how these processes are there. These 4 processes are inevitable in the process of formation of concepts. For formation of any concept, culture is also a concept. For formation of any concept, there are called strategies of formation. There is a formation of concept, and there are strategies for formation, and the strategies are articulation, attribution, designation, and derivation. I say something, but you understand something. And look at the neem tree. It's only a tree for the person who is very good tree and use it for therapy and other purposes. But for man in the devil, but in the Amman temple, in the temple of Amman, neem tree is not just a tree. Neem tree is the residential apartment of Amman. Neem tree is the residential apartment. As we reside in the department, Amman resides in the apartment called Neem tree. And the banyan tree is not simply a tree. It is a collection building constructed only for organization. Where we do not climb the tree or go underward, or we do not climb the staircase, it is sitting only under the building. And the building is called banyan. Banyan. So, I am telling this culture. So, this is how coloring is only tree. Who colors? I, the Hindu, who have asked the Hindu, whose intentions, whose talents were given when the boy was born. All these are made me understand, oh, this tree, then give us, oh, this tree, then worship. And we are following, we are worshipping a copy without reality. I think yeah. We are worshipping a copy without reality. That's what hyperreality. What is hyperreality? That's a phone call. Hi, how are you? Thank you. That's not real. It's only a copy, but that is real. It is only a copy, but this is the real you. Right? I'll come to the later. So a copy without culture is colored religiously. Then after coloring, you name it. And peacock is not a bird. The political color for a peacock is Indianness, national bird. Political color. Constitutional color. Green, white, yellow, like that. And you have a tricolor flag. Saffron, white, green. And if you ask a religious person, he will define it as saffron stands for Hinduism and Christianity stands for right? What stands for Christianity and the green stands for Islam. What about the other religions? Are there not religions? Sikhism, Jainism, Buddhism. What are the other people? Are you knowingly substituting the other religions by adding only three colors to the tricolor flag? What is that? That is the politics in the creation of meaning. Politicizing the cultural process. Politicizing the color process of coloring. So there is a politics color. There is a politics unity. There is a politics in area. Everything that is politics, everything that is commerce and trade. You know, commercialization of culture is the only culprit that has made us forget our original culture. Until culture was consumed as was okay. In the name of business, trade, and commerce, when culture undergoing the process of commoditization or commercialization, then the consumption became right. Third rate, that and you are not compromising with the culture. What we are doing now is only a compromise. We compromise with the cultural changes. So these four schemata of knowledge can be applied to any functional concept, and one such concept is called culture. This is another definition. Culture is what we are. Culture is a set of values, beliefs, customs, traditions, or practices, or whatever it is. Culture is a walk and talk. Walk and talk is a culture. Smile and laugh is a culture. Emotional sentiment is a culture. Because you can't smile beyond your cultural training. You all have undergone a training, cultural training. Can you smile beyond that? I have a European smile. Can you have European smile? I have a European yes in my body. Can you have European yes in your body? Say yes, only yes. You want to see European yes? Simple. his shoulders and say yes, or say okay. And the body language, eye contact, all the attitudes are culturally trained. One cannot escape the culture because a culture speaks a language and a language speaks a culture. A culture speaks a language, language speaks a culture. There is cultural linguistics and linguistic culture. These two are different. Every costume is not simply a textile. Even it is born from the textile. It's not simply a texture. A Muslim girl wearing the burqa, right? Hijab is not a piece of cloth available in the shop. It has got a color. It's not black. It has got another color. Islam things, right? Islam principles, right? All the values are attributed to the cloth. And therefore, the religion is also a culturally designed practice, right from the birth of the Christian. Every tablet is given, every capsule is given to train them culturally, to have a feeling that I am a true Christian, I am a true Hindu, I am a true Muslim, I am a true Sikh, I am a true Jain, I am a true Marathi, Gujarati, like that. So, everybody can speak only the cultural language. Cultural language. Language is culturally designed. No doubt about that. You can speak a language, you can speak a dialogue, you can speak a poem, you can speak a dialogue only from the well that is called culture, where you have taken all the sources. And the Carnegie, I want to give you an example from a great speaker, Ilangovadi Silappatikaram. In Silappatikaram, there is a setting. In the scene, what happens is Carnegie has lost her husband. Carnegie's husband is murdered by the king's wrong comment. Right? And because of the wrong judgment of the king Pandya, Carnegie's husband is murdered, and now Carnegie is going to the court of the king, asking for justice. How does she ask? Simply, she says, "Excuse me, Pandyan, I am Carnegie. Please give me justice." Does she ask like that? No. She enters there with all designs of anger that can be shown and visibly understood by the people sitting over there, all the ministers, barons, bards, poets, all that, advisors. All are sitting there in the kingdom. Only is very shocked. She goes there on seeing the appearance, ghost-like appearance of Carnegie. On seeing the ghost-like appearance of Carnegie out of here, he is asking, "Who are you?" What is the question? Who are you? For a single question, she can very well answer, "I am Covalent's wife. I am wife of Covalent late. I am Carnegie, Covalent's wife. I am Carnegie. I am Mrs. Covalent." There are many answers, correct? But all the answers can be given in one sentence. Carnegie cannot speak that. She is a cultural force. She is a product of culture. That's the reason why he has kept away from Covalent inside the house for more than 10 years. She couldn't come out. She could not meet the guests. She could not offer food to anybody. She could not invite the relations. She could not talk to any men. And she could not participate in the public festivals culture. She could not participate in the public festivals, rituals, or any other celebrations in the neighborhood. She should not leave home in the absence of her husband. That is a cultural grand design for a woman. And she is a product of culture. And the cultural product cannot speak in one sentence like I am Mrs. Covalent, I am Carnegie, I am Carnegie, Covalent's wife, I am wife of Covalent, late. All these are simple sentences, but she answers like this. The question is, Pandyan never had me to ask for it. So he asked the question only in Tamil. Not like this. Who are you, Carnegie? He didn't ask. Yarayyo ni Madakodi. Yarayyo ni Madakodi. Madakodi, that means a girl. Mada also has got another meaning. Mada means ignorance. It refers to ignorance. Who are you, the girl?
Who are you? The ignorant girl. That is also another meaning. Right? Yarayo, Madakudi also refers to a woman who is very slim and fat. And that can also be used. Who are you? Yarayo, Madakudi. For this person, Kali is saying now. மகதகலைஞரும் மராட்டி கம்பரும் அவந்தி கொள்ளும் யவன தச்சன் கண்டத்திற்கு தமிழ் குடி கொண்டு இழுந்து இயற்றிய கணிதவர் செய்களை பவள பதக்கால் பண்ணி போய் தவற விட்டு நாமதாவது கோணசதி மார்மடிதாரத்து எங்காத்ம பக்கம் எழுதி நீங்கால் வழங்கப்பட்ட கோவல் மனைவி கண்ணை இருந்தும் நேரே எடுத்துக்கொண்டே இந்த ஆன்சர் ஸ்கில்ஸ் what are the items present in the all cultural மகதகலைஞரும் மராட்டிய கம்பரும் அவந்தி கொள்ளரும் யவன தச்சமும் காரணம் யவன தச்சமும் தன்னை இணையவர் தம்மோடு கூடி கொண்டு இழுந்து இயற்றிய கணிதவர் செய்கிறை பொருட்கள். All these are to be in my land. That's all the topic of I am not from an ordinary place. That is my cultural heritage. So, language speaks a culture. Culture speaks a language. They are interpolated, intertwined. They are like onion. They are like onion. Culture and language are like layers of onion. You just peel off the layers of the onion. And the first layer cannot claim that it's because of me that the other layers are not onion. The third layer cannot go to his mouth and say that because of me that you all of your mouth is onion. Or the fifth layer comes there, no single layer can claim for fellowship. On the whole, and therefore culture and language are intertwined, right? And their trees. None is superior, none is inferior. That's the reason why I say cultural linguistics and linguistic cultures are inevitably connected. And this connectedness cannot be eradicated. It is innate in everybody. And what are we doing now? We are now compromising the cultural things. Okay, sir. If at all there are many meanings, what is the question of? My question is simple. What is meaning? Simple. What is meaning? Okay. I give you one more space. In the time immemorial, the ancestors viewed everything, understood everything in the names of 5 great forces: water, fire, sky, earth. All these were the personifications of the God Almighty. Everything was understood in the name of 5 great forces. Then religion started mushrooming. There are some people in India. So Sikhism, Jainism, Buddhism, Christianity, Hindus invaded India. The Armenians invaded India. And Christians invaded India. All the invasions opened, established, right, many shops, and those shops are called Mother Kadaigal. India Mother Kadaigal. The first established Kadai is more powerful than the later entity called Mother Kadai. Mother Kadai is Mother Kadai. And the Mother Kadai is that's how ideas that sold in the shops called Mother Kadai, religious shops. Then people started understanding everything. People started understanding everything. What only in the name of religion. Now, then from the understanding from the 5 great forces goes to understanding from the religious heads, Guru Maharaj, religious icons, images. That's some revolutionary state. And some people in the Department of English at Kurnool University started claiming that they are Indians. Someone calls himself I am an Ambedkarite. Someone calls him I am a Marxist. Someone says I am a Leninist. I am Marxist, I am Leninist, I am Ambedkarite. I will change my identity. So Federal Capital Statement, Mandela, Martin Luther King, Mahatma Phule, all great leaders emerged as a revolutionary voice to question the system, the structure, the play, and the sign. There is a cause, structure, pride, and play. You know what the structure, pride, and play are power. What is the structure? What is structure? What is pride that indicates what is side? What is the play? How do you perform it? How do you actualize it? How can you actualize this way? Actualization is question. And there is a side discussion. Everything is question. So people started questioning, and some followers started taking the exact words these leaders, and meaning became icon-centric, leader-centric, right? Icon-centric, leader-centric. So from theocentric meaning, now leader-centric meaning. Okay. After some time, what happened? Initially, everything was understood in the name of theology. Of course, everything is in theology. That's different. Was understood in the name of theology. Then understood in the name of leaders or isms. Now, in the modern sense of the term meaning, you know what is meaning now? Theocentric meaning, then icon-centric meaning. Now we have egocentric meaning. The Latin ego, English I. I-centric, my-centric. Meaning is mind-stop. Meaning is mind-stop. Hey, you are a girl, you are a boy, you are from Kerala, you are from Karnataka, you are from Andhra, you are from Maharashtra, you are from Uttar Pradesh, you are Gujarati, you are Malayali. What is this last meaning? That is mind-stop. What is the thinking? That's my choice. How can you grow your earring like this? I will grow the earring up the shoulder, and if you turn this side, what will be here, what will be back. That's my choice. What is this kind of costume and wearing? That's my issue. Where's the cultural costume? Now, the world is ruled by the three markets. And all the three markets are cultures. Costume culture, cosmetic culture, and techno culture. Simple. Costume culture, cosmetic culture, and techno culture. These cultures are the rulers of the world. And they are the base for all purposes. These cultures are the base, strong foundation for politicians' survival. If at all an advertisement is trying to say something, come on, tell me what's the meaning. Okay, I understand something. I'd like to know your understanding. That is a chewing gum or the Mentos. You know, Mentos. And there is another ad for Hammam soap. And initially, previously, but now it's different. Initially, the mother is teaching boldness, courage for the girl who is learning karate, like kung fu or whatever this, and order, further, our small brother, I've seen the advertisement. A mother is trying to teach courage to a girl in a That is the safety you have from me. That's what you should understand. That is the safety the girl child no has from the side of Menko. Okay, we will learn that. Coming to this one, the growth movement. Laila of country impressive. Laila of country impressive. Much to put on window. Laila of country impressive. Much to put on window. What is the message? The advertisement is like a community. For 1 rupee mentor, the woman is 1 rupee, the woman is 1 rupee mentors. For cheap 1 rupee mentors, another man's wife comes to him, smells the mentors, sits on his bicycle in front of him on the bar and the rice. This is the scene. You know, commoditization is in different forms. Commoditization of women is in different form today. Earlier the form was different. Now the form is different. And people are telling me, Salman Rushdie, and Shobani, and the Rai, they say, all these people go out and now looking at the they say that we are migrants, we are to go diaspora, we have lost our culture, we don't speak our language, we don't eat our food, and but this is all class in restaurant, bars, they enjoy these easy going days in their lives. But still, they say that they life for India. Who asked to go to America? Come back to India. Indian education, Indian scholarship, Indian fellowship, Indian degree, Indian type of foreign service. Then you go there and you are into a new culture. That should be done here, cultural diversity. But when you tell them cultural diversity, you are not compromised. That's a problem. But if you compromise with the cultural diversity, will you even think of honesty? If I am able to compromise with the culture and the diversity, why should I involve in monarchy? What is the reason for that? That's the culture of the caste. That's the culture of the religion. That's the culture of the creed. That's the culture of the status. That's the culture of the hybrid party. So that identity. So hybridized culture is there, and locally defined culture is there. When there is connection between the hybrid culture and the local culture, why not you compromise with the culture? If you compromise with the culture, then it's okay. Cultural diversity is accepted. That is meaningful. Why it happens? Because when culture emerges in multiplicity like mushrooms, the agriculture, coming to, I take one example, marriage. People in those days, maybe in the last 2 decades, in the last 2 decades, people got married. People got married and lived together. So there is a process called married and live, married to live together. Married to live together. And married, they are living together. Now they are living together to marry. Now they are living together to marry. Now the post-feminist wave has become very tidal. The tidal wave of post-feminism, digital feminism, is now propounding the idea, right, as a very propaganda that say no to triple M. No man, no mother, no marriage. Now I go with the order. No man, no marriage, no mother. Say no to man, no to marriage, no to mother. I don't want a man, I don't want to marry, I don't want to become a mother. Then what I want to be, I want to live together. With whom? With any man, not particularly. That is the reason why India is not releasing divorce cases. India is excelling. India is bagging gold medal. Now all medals for increasing the number of divorce cases. Thanks to the freedom. Right? And this is the culture, this is the agriculture. Who has invented? The IIT has invented a culture called live together, practice for some time, then marry. Live together, practice the living together, and then get married. People earlier married and they started practicing living together. Okay. So, woman says no to 3 years. What does man say? Yes, man also says no to 3 W's. No W, no W, no W. No woman, no wife, right? Not ready to be breadwinner. No winner of the bread. No winner of the bread, no wife, no woman. That's all. If you want to marry a woman, he must be the winner of the bread. He must be he must inherit as wife. So man is also ready to do that. And therefore, these kind of people, the woman who said no to curriculum, the man who who said no to 3 W's now come together and they live together to manage future. That's the culture. IT culture. And there are the people who already started saying no more culture. Is that? The reason is nanoculture. The reason is nanoculture. Because of the nanoculture, this is my family, this is my beauty, this is my coffee, this is my shoe, this is my bed. I can draw all the cockroaches, he's not, and all the kinds of check on my head, right? And in my so all kinds of tattooing, you know, tattoo is a very serious punishment given to an Indian. Shiv Kumar, an Indian writer, in his poem Indian Women, where a woman has to safeguard without any damage to the tattoo or drawn on her thighs, the unseeable parts. On the unseeable place of the woman, there is a tattoo drawn with a man, and she has to safeguard till he returns to say that she has maintained integrity. See, thanks to the IT culture, it has given us freedom that my words can go for and we what's wrong that if at all you accept, compromise the nationally widely accepted cultures, you must know the act of compromise. You should compromise, no doubt at all, but not at the cost of other culture, not at the cost of indigenous culture, not at the cost of United culture. If at all you want to mix two cultures, feel ashamed of involving on ஆயிரம் ஆண்டுகள் 2000 ஆண்டுகள் 3000 ஆண்டுகள் வயதாகி போன சாதி மத சாக்கடைகளுக்கு ஒரு தீர்வு ஏதாவது வேணும்னு சொன்னா காரணம் love marriage is the only solution. Please wait, don't come to conclusion. Love marriage is the only solution. But ஆயிரம் ஆண்டு பழையான சாதிக்கும் மதத்தையும் கெட்டக்கூடிய ஒரே கத்தி காரணம் differences and there will be a very difficult yes. Very whatever we accept the difference side. But where is the main? He is a life sharp. அப்படி காதல்கள் ஒரு அழகான ஷார்ட்கள் எனக்கு கேட்கிறது அதுதான் படிச்சது எல்லாம் போகிறது நோ காதல் கத்தி இஸ் முக்கத்தி everything is a mocha katti. You can use it only for 2 days. Third day the book is long. It is basic. Or if it contradicts, there is a channel for there is a film program. In the television channel, there is a high court. There is a Supreme Court is a name of the court is Solomon Main. Name of the court is Solomon Main. Right? Other bench, study bench, and different benches in the television channel. Where the girl will go on in very slow motion, and the judge will ask what was possible. What the problem now? What are we doing? And the other last, I think that is what is available now in the name of sharpened knife called love. That is the problem. If there are 1 or 2 sharp knives available in front of us, the knives are killed, the knives are murdered, சாதிங்கிற ஆதிபத்தை மதம்ங்கிற ஆதிபத்தை வெட்டக்கூடிய மிக சக்திவாய்ந்த இடத்தில் இருந்தால் ஒன்று ரெண்டு சக்திவாக இருந்தா அதை கட்டி another night, the social night, the practical night, the government nights, my kutumba government, what is it? I think the person not doing it. Yes, I'm going to do it. Yes, I'm going to do it. Then I'm actually not doing it. And the neighboring aunties will come and take tea and snacks. The neighboring aunties there will come to your house and they take tea and snacks. After taking hot tea and hot vada, they need something to talk. My daughter knows this and that. What about your daughter? And your mind was, why this is there? Mind was. No, when something wrong goes to a girl, not wrong. That is right for a girl. That's a choice. She had chosen. This is a choice. But for this lady, it is wrong. When something goes wrong from that point of view in the family, that is the wonderful use this beauty for the neighboring beings. They will watch it again and again. They will display freedom across to all the neighboring streets. Who is doing it? Another one. Then they will be asking one question. Do they get it wrong? Many ways Common reality. Culture speaks a language. Common reality, what is that? Is that grammar for a woman. The linguistic grammar of a woman has newly introduced in the lexicalization, in the process of lexicalization, structuralization, demarcation, and conversion. One phrase is available. That is called common reality. Is it okay to be common reality? Is it okay to be out of the way? You see, there is a need linguistic difficulties. Need probabilities. Why there is no need of it? If all people want it, there are many countries who want it, but they don't have here and here. The linguistically designed language due to the cultural training were faithful here. For a woman, there is no aim or purpose to be born to become a prostitute, a brothel woman. No woman is born with the aim to become a woman of arts, woman of choice. She is forced. For 1,000 people who are recent who are the cast behind the woman, there is no single name. But for the single woman, the cultural language has got more than 5 names. In the name of Haripata, they are all. Became later in the Apaya Convention, then Dasi, then woman of choice. Women of loose models, women of class, easygoing women. There are many names for a woman. But for the people who made the woman, for the people who are the reason behind making the woman for a present situation, that's not it. So we must say, my third concept is family celebrates. That's a politics in puberty. Puberty is a politics. It's a culture. Puberty is a biological change. The biological change is celebrated in the family. It will never culture. The better market tends to be the provider for initiating the marriage. Either we marriage, we marriage, or initiate the marriage. That's the cultural practice. Because better life. Because the better culture. So simple. The other day, I saw one girl telling like this, Madam, sir, I was 30 years old. Now she speaks a rate of 30. In the television she speaks. I was 30 years old at the time. I remember my parents were celebrating, spending more than 5 lakhs, like anything. And the better level brought these kind of plates of vegetables, fruits, and these kinds of these kind of sarees and shells, all that. The entire family celebrated. But periodically, he celebrated as the pride or the social status of the family. That is what a textbook is. Scientifically speaking, there's nothing that's, but people say that such celebrations bring the relations together. Bring the relations together. What about a girl who attends the party while working in the mansion? What about a girl who comes of age when she is working in the flour mill? In the name of culture, another girl's celebration in one family is hurt the sentiments of another girl who has also come of age. Sometimes cultural practices in the name of pride, economic pride, social pride, discriminates the population, the minority section, the economically underprivileged community. The economically underprivileged community people undergo discrimination in the name of many celebrations. Not only, I'm just giving only one example. That's all. There are many celebrations. So, my wish this. If you know the art of compromising with the multicultural, cross-cultural, no-cultural, trans-cultural, mono-cultural, nano-cultural, and techno-cultural experiences, you are welcome. But don't compromise the cultural diversity at the cost of another indigenous culture. Only when you establish or only when you eradicate, create, systematize, design inequality, only when you assure inequality, only when you assert equality, you can say that you are able to compromise with the multiculturalism. Many cultures emerge, therefore cultures cross. When there are crossing into the culture, there is an opportunity for transformation. Therefore, transculturalism emerges. When there is a process of transculturalism, no culturalism will also occur. Minority culture will die, the majority culture will dominate. So, at any cost, every component of the cultural practice must be compromisingly accepted, and equality should be ascertained, but not at the cost of another culture. Please try to compromise by ascertaining equality. This is what I can suggest to the younger generations, and please ensure that the girl is very safe and secure and protected in the company. Therefore, I am a very good man. Please ensure that the boy feels that he is to his sister, mother, and family relations. And that is what I have given as a devoting compartment from my side. So I am a girl, I am a woman. When we establish this, many issues will solve. ஒரு ஆண் பெண்ணுக்குள்ளான பாதுகாப்பு, ஒரு பெண் ஆணுக்குள்ளான பாதுகாப்பு, உங்களுக்கு ஆண் பெண்ணுக்கு காரணமாக மாறினார். Many issues will solve. When Marx was telling me, I could not bear with that because I missed my breakfast on that day. Happened in our own place near Marx PCR border. When there was a crash, I missed 2 idlis. I I completely morning leave. I washed my hands. I asked my wife, hey, no, please stop. I watched it. No, I can see that. News. The same day, the whole day, to both my scholars, PhD scholars, and my MA students, because in secondary classes, that are observing this kind of service the whole day. Very painful. Where are we now? So, when we have this kind of attitude, how can we respect the will? How can we respect the system? How can we trust the customer? How can we trust the customer of sending my children, your children, my family? That's a customer. That's a culture. How can we believe in the culture? So there's a certain equality in the gender amongst yourselves. And from yourselves, transform them to the other sex. Let them show them the way to transcend the other, and to the other, and to the other. So the national equality should be ascertained for compromising or to know the not compromising the culture, not last other culture, but embracing other culture too. This is these deliberations on cultural diversity. I thank the organizers, Dr. Manalasan, my dear brother, Dr. Roshan, from the Department of English, and my friend Dr. Kadesh, Dr. Anita, and my dear good friends, Dr. Yunati and Prakash, of our department, and all my scholars, students, for maintaining your patience. Even towards the lunchtime, and thank you all for your patient response. And once again, I thank the organizers and congratulate for the wonderful conduct of the session today. And wish you all the success. Friends, the session system also. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. K. Ravichandran, Professor and Head of the Department of English, to honor Dr. M. Palaniswamy, Associate Professor, Department of English, Kanji Mount Miller Government Institute of Postgraduate Studies and Research, Pondicherry University.
Now we request Dr. M. Kannadasan, Assistant Professor, Organizing Secretary, Department of English, to report the role of Canvas.
My immense pleasure to bring up the local times, plenary system. I would like to thank Professor Dr. Palaniswamy, Assistant Professor, Kanji Mount Institute of English Studies and Research Center, for delivering a thought-provoking address in the English system. Sir, really, it's very useful to the participant students, sir. And I thank our head of the department for sharing the plenary session. And I thank the participants and the students for your patient listening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Participants are requested to have lunch. Lunch is arranged outside the auditorium. Please assemble in the auditorium at 2 p.m. for technical session. Thank you. For all the visitors, We need to start for you. Please check in the group. Often residents are requested to check CSRCL group for a start and review.